Okay, let's do it. Today in this video, I'm gonna be telling you guys how you can keep someone's attention on dating apps. So this means whether it's Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, any dating app, doesn't matter, just watch this video. So before I go any further, a quick introduction. My name is James Langton. I was on the Tinder Top 30 Most Right Swipe list of 2019. It was an official Tinder thing. I was in Cosmopolitan magazine, most of the UK press. I did loads of radio and TV things and that kind of stuff. And since then, I've been the founder of Data Help, so I now help people with improving their dating app profiles and dating coaching. So enough of a plug of my little business, and now I'm gonna tell you guys what you've actually came here for. And that is to find out how you can keep somebody's interest on a dating app. Also, I should feel like I should say, if it sounds like I'm reading from a script, it's because I've got a script down here. I'm not as good or as polished at this YouTube stuff as I probably will be, maybe 6 months or a year's time. But if you guys are watching this, you're not yet subscribed, please hit that button and give me a subscribe. And also if you could give me a thumbs up or even thumbs down, depending how you're feeling on the video, it doesn't really matter, just do it. So before we actually discuss the solutions, let's talk about the problem. And this is a problem that happens on multiple dating apps because people just aren't really that interested in communicating with somebody if they're not finding it interesting. So keeping somebody's interest is actually really difficult because you've never met this person before, you've never spoken to them, and the only communication you've ever had with them is literally just on these dating apps. So why does somebody actually lose interest in you on a dating app and stop speaking to you? Well, 9 times out of 10 is because simply you guys aren't going to like this answer, but the person just isn't interested in you enough that they want to carry on conversation. If they're not interested in talking to you, sometimes you just gotta take it on the chin, move on, and go on to another conversation or speak to somebody else. You don't want to just wrap yourself up in, oh my God, there's something wrong with me. It's a simple case of somebody just isn't interested in you. Everybody gets it. There's not a single person on this planet who is going to attract everybody's attention. So just don't worry about it and move on to the next. So the second reason why you could be struggling to have a conversation on a dating app is because your match is actually being bombarded with messages from other people. I'm going to go on a limb here and say that if you're watching this right now, you're a guy, because 97% of the people who watch my videos are guys. You're gonna find that if you're messaging a girl and she's getting loads of other messages from guys, your message is gonna, be going down and down and down on the list to the point where she's not even gonna be able to read your message. So you need to keep it really, really entertaining. And this is actually a really difficult thing because it's like, well, how do you keep someone entertained on a dating app? It's actually a really difficult thing to do. But lucky for you guys, this is the whole reason for this video. So I'm gonna actually tell you some points right now on how you can avoid all of these problems. So first of all, whenever I'm dealing with a client, I always like to push people a little bit outside of their comfort zone, because you're finding that if you're having trouble with conversations on dating apps, it maybe means that you're not really having the most interesting conversations, or you're not really putting yourself out there a lot. So this is actually a really hard video to make, purely because there's so many different variables for how dating apps work and what kind of conversations you should be having. There's no hard and fast rules about all of this, so I'm going to be giving you guys some tips that are quite open to interpretation, but hopefully they'll help you on your experiences for any kind of dating app. So tip number 1 is make the first move. I can't express how important this one is. Obviously on apps like Bumble, it's going to be a little bit difficult if you're a guy, but if you're on Tinder or Hinge or anything, you always want to make the first interaction, whether it is messaging them straight after you've matched or commenting on one of their photos or just anything. Make the first interaction and just make it really interesting as well. People respond really well to people who are positive and enthusiastic about something. So if you just say, hey, you okay, you're not going to be getting any good responses. You need to be really punchy and something that's passionate and something that you really like about their profile, or something that you've done this weekend, or just something a little bit more interesting than, hey, you okay? Because at the end of the day, this person is a stranger. Like I said in my previous videos, why the hell would they tell you if they're not okay? So don't ask it. You just want to do something a little bit more passionate, a little bit more confidence-based as well. Tip number 2, and this is a real big one, so pay attention and look me in the eye. Do not go sexual with any of your messages at all on any dating apps, ever. Never, never, ever, because you find the biggest problem with this is that you're just giving somebody the signal that you're just looking for a hookup, that you're just looking for another person, and it doesn't really make anybody feel special. And not only that, it's not a very nice thing as well if you're literally just being viewed as just like this body on a dating app. So just don't do it. Just don't ever go sexual on dating apps. If you guys do meet up and you're having a date and things do go a bit, that's fine, but just don't do it on dating apps. As a hard rule, never. So this tip's a little bit of a strange one, and you're not going to hear this a lot from any other kind of dating app coaches or anything, but I'm going to give it to you. And it's this: feel free to show your softer side on dating apps. So if you are passionate about spending time with your family or your friends, or you really love reading, or you really love, I don't know, taking countryside walks or anything, or walks on the beach or anything like that, just feel free to show your softer side slightly. There's so many guys on dating apps that are all about how much they can lift at the gym, or what car they have, or how much money they have, or how expensive their watch is, or anything like that. Honestly, nobody gives a single shit about that kind of stuff. Just show that you're a passionate person, that you're friendly and approachable, and I assure you, you'll get so many more better conversations from it, and ultimately you'll get better dates from it. I promise you that. So my fourth and final tip is be a little bit cheeky. Now, the only ways you can actually do this is once you've followed the last 3 tips. So if you're cheeky from the outset, it's going to get you nowhere. But let's say the conversation's really flowing with somebody, and then you put your phone number and then a message after, by the way, I have WhatsApp, I expect a message from you, or just something like that. Just something a bit more playful and that's a bit authoritative, and you'll find that you'll actually get a lot of really nice messages coming back from that, because it shows that you're paying interest in somebody. And at the end of the day, everybody likes somebody who's a bit cheeky and a bit fun. So definitely try that, but only do it once you've actually got a good conversation going already. Like I say, if you do this from the outset, you're just gonna get unmatched. So they're my 4 tips. I hope you guys have learned something from this, and if you guys could give this video a like and also give me a subscribe, that'd be fantastic. If you guys need any dating app profile enhancements, that's what I do with Data Help, and I also give Zoom coaching for any kind of dating app really. And also I'll leave a link in the description to all my socials and website and stuff, so you guys can check that out. That would be absolutely amazing. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again.